We chose them initially, quite a few years ago, because they are a polled breed, so they naturally do not have horns, which makes life easier anyway. But they're a really sweet-tempered animal, and they're great to have around, and they're quite distinctive because of the colour. So certainly locally people always know if there are cows, and they're really nice, friendly cows. I'm Rebecca Charlie, and I live at Ruscombe Farm, which is where we are now. I've lived here pretty much all my life, since the early 1970s, when my father bought it, and it used to be a dairy farm, but we've gone over now more to looking at suckler beef. Suckler beef are where you have the cows and the calves at home, and they stay on the cow suckling until they're weaned, and we don't take them off the calf like you would with a dairy cow, where you take them off about 3 days old, so we keep them there with the cow feeding all their life. Our cows are red poll cattle. They are a rare breed, and we are a member of the Red Poll Breed Society, and every year the Breed Society do a little competition, an on-farm competition, where they come and look at the herd. And so instead of having to go to a show ring, the judge comes to us and sees them in situ, see how they behave and what they look like and what they graze. They divide the country into 4 regions, so we're in the southern region, and we were the best small herd winner in the southern region. So the small herds are anything under 20 cattle, breeding cattle. The large herds obviously above that. And so when the judge came out to do this herd competition, she was very impressed at the condition and the quality of the cattle, because they don't get any additional feed. They're fed entirely on grass, or through the winter they have some hay, but they don't get any extra supplementary feed, and they finish really well. As a rare breed, this is one of their good traits, because they really don't need the bulk to finish. What they do eat on all the conservation grazing that we do is a really wide variety of herbage, so they get a wide variety of tastes, a wide variety of minerals, and they thrive on it. So a lot of the areas that we graze, particularly at the Gloucestershire Wildlife Trust, are open to the public, so there are lots of footpaths going through. So I do try and make a point of having our dogs around the cattle as much as possible, so that they just ignore them, because I don't want people to be frightened by the cattle, and I don't want them to take any notice of other people's dogs. Cattle grazing on grasslands are really important, because they do graze and create quite a varied structure in the grasslands. So for preservation of those grasslands and creation of those grasslands, they're really important, and that obviously then has a knock-on effect on providing a habitat for the butterflies and the other insects around that need it. So with our own red poll herd, we keep them as local as we can. We use an abattoir that is only 10 minutes down the road in Eastington, and our customers pretty much all know those cattle, and they've actually seen them where they graze. So they're all around Stroud, and we do a small box beef scheme where people come to us to collect it once the butcher has actually cut it up for us. So as winners of the best small herd in the south of England, we get put through to the national competition, and that is going to be judged again by a different judge who will be coming out sometime this month. And then the results of the national competition will be announced at the annual dinner in November.